Hi, this is Rach, the Keto Vegan. Welcome to this episode of my podcast. In today's episode, I'm making one of my favourite things ever. It's a red Thai peanut curry. I've got a couple of guests coming over for the evening. I make a massive batch. Have a look at what I put in it. So the guests are an old student of mine, Zoe, and her boyfriend, Charlie, and a friend of mine, Mike. Now, Mike normally doesn't really like my keto vegan cooking, but just find out how many times he went up for more. And also I say during my cooking that I'm putting in cauliflower, and you can, no I don't, I say that I'm putting in broccoli. I keep getting those two confused. Very different colours though, aren't they? But I'm not putting in broccoli. You will be able to see if you're watching on YouTube that I'm putting in cauliflower, and I talk about broccoli and then cauliflower and broccoli again. So just bear with, I didn't notice that until obviously I looked at the recording. Really hope you enjoy it. If there's anything that you want me to cook and convert to keto or vegan, just contact me. All the details are below the podcast and below the YouTube. So enjoy, let me know what you think. Hey, it's Rach. Today I'm going to make one of my favourite things ever, which is Thai satay peanut curry. It's a red Thai one, as you can see, with the red curry paste there. And I think I'm going to tell you the ingredients in the order that I'm actually going to put them in, but who knows, I'm probably not. Actually, no, looking at it, I'm not. So obviously we start with some oil in the bottom of the pan. You can see that I'm actually going to use a slow cooker there as well. I like things easy. I'm doing dinner for a few people this evening, and I'm just going to put it in slow cook. It's about midday today. We won't be eating until about 7 o'clock. So you can see oil, ginger paste, garlic cloves, ground turmeric, chilies. You know I like things hot. That red curry paste, the whole lot of that will go in. Couple of cans of chopped tomatoes. Loads of that peanut butter is going to go in. Obviously, I've checked that there are no nut allergies coming this evening. Coconut cream, I might use all of that. I might not, or I might use more. Juice of a lime, bit of salt, some sugar-free sugar, just to sweeten it a little bit. Then the protein I'm going to use today is the Richmond meat-free, no chicken, char grilled pieces. The texture of those are really good. One of the visitors this evening, I gave the what the cluck to, and he found it a little bit too chewy and the texture wasn't great. So I'm going to try a different one. He doesn't know that he's being used as a taste tester or a texture tester. He will find out when he listens to this. And then I'm going to end it with coriander. So obviously I'm not telling you in the order that I'm putting it all in. I'm going to use the green peppers, chestnut mushrooms, frozen cauliflower florets and frozen broccoli florets as well, just for lots of vegetables in there. Right, can you believe I forgot to mention my stock? So I've got some Pinot Grigio there, it is vegan. And I'm also going to put in some edamame beans and some baby leaf spinach. Just love a bit of spinach in there. And these vegetables that I'm using, the collie, the broccoli, the edamame and the spinach, are all frozen. I just find that so much easier. And you know I like to keep life as easy as possible. So here goes. We're going to start by putting in oil. Love sesame oil, as you already know. The hob is turned right up. I'm also just going to turn on the slow cooker because that's slow. It's going to take a while to heat up. And as I cook things, I'm going to put them from here straight into the pressure cooker. It's not a pressure cooker, it's a slow cooker. Don't do this in a pressure cooker. So just let the oil heat up a little bit and then fry off your garlic and your chili. Now the original recipe that I used tells you to put in a couple of shallots. Now I can't eat onions. I like onions in cooking, not raw. But if I eat onions, they don't like me. And as a teacher, I don't feel that I can eat onions when I'm working and it's term time. So I save onions in my cooking for when I'm on holidays. So this is going to start heating up. I'm going to put in the chili, pre-chopped. Pre-chopping makes life so much easier, doesn't it? And the garlic, also pre-chopped. I don't like using those garlic crushers. I don't know why. I prefer just to chop it nicely, roughly chopped. So they're in there. And I know I said that I was showing you the ingredients in the right order. I definitely wasn't. I'm now going to put in the meat-free Richmond no chicken char grilled pieces. I'm using 4 packs of these, and the carb count on those per 100 grams is 3 grams. In a pack, there's 165 grams, 4 packs, and I don't know how many meals it's going to serve. So I'm using it for dinner tonight with my friends, and then I will be potting it up to eat at home because I'm a teacher. We've got students with nut allergies at school, so I don't take anything with nuts into school. So these will be for like when I get home in the evenings and weekends. So you can see that's starting to cook. 1 pack goes in. Now these pieces are really big, so what I'm going to do is actually cut them smaller before I put any more in. Pause there. Okay, so I have now chopped these char grilled chicken pieces. I'm going to turn the hob back on. There they go, loads of them in there. Get those cooking. Once they're warm, then add the turmeric, ginger, and the red Thai paste. You can hear that sizzling. Sometimes vegan protein products explode, so be careful. So I'm going to put in some turmeric. Let's say, I don't know, you know how exact I am in my measurements. I think that's enough, about half a teaspoon. Ginger paste. The original recipe said proper chopped ginger. We know that I like to make things as simple as possible. So a bit of ginger paste in there. Might as well finish this pot. Stir that in a little bit. Add the lime juice. I've squeezed 2 limes. And then, as I said, the whole pack of the red, hang on, the whole pack of the red curry paste. It is vegan. Some aren't, so be careful when you're choosing yours. Oh, by the way, when I put in the chilli, I didn't add the seeds because I've got guests. You know, if I was doing it for myself, I would have put the seeds in. So stir all of that through. Because this is going in the slow cooker, I'm not going to cook it for too long because it will be cooking all afternoon. So what I'm going to do now, it's starting to cook, the flavours are mixing in. I'm going to add the tinned tomatoes, a bit of salt, the peanut butter and the coconut cream. Then I'm going to put all of that in the slow cooker and then add the vegetables as well. Might need to add some wine as stock. What I like to do, because I don't like to waste any tomato sauce that's left in the tin, so I'm going to pour wine into the tin, swill it around the can. Sorry, not the tin, the can. So there's a bit of wine in that one. And a bit of wine to swill round this one. There you are. I'm being careful when I'm mixing it because I haven't got a bib on. At this point, I'm going to add the peanut butter. I'm using smooth peanut butter this time. Sometimes I put in crunchy, but I do prefer it with the smooth in. How much am I using? I have no idea. So the pot is a big one, 700 grams. I'm going to use at least half of it. The more peanut butter you use, the thicker the sauce will be. And I don't like the sauce too runny. So let's get that in there, just sort of starting to melt a bit. I've realised I haven't added any salt yet, so now's a good a time as any. I have turned the heat off because I haven't got an induction hob. This hob, don't know what it is very slow to respond. So there's a bit of salt. You can always add more salt when you're eating it. And I'm now going to add some sugar. I haven't taste checked it, so I'm only going to add a little bit. Once it's in the slow cooker with the coconut cream and all the vegetables, I will taste check it again. So I'm using the Truvia for baking caster sugar. I'm just going to put a sprinkle across the top, and again, not too much. Since I've been keto, my want for sweet things is almost zero. Right, the slow cooker is on. I'm going to put in the mix that I've already done. That's gone in there nicely. You can see the peanut butter still not completely melted. That's absolutely okay. I'm going to add coconut cream now. So I added 4 cartons of coconut cream. And now for the mushrooms and the peppers. I think for now I'm only going to add 1 pack of mushrooms. Because I might run out of space. The edamame beans. Mix all those through. They're still pretty frozen. I'm going to add some broccoli now. I've been defrosting the broccoli for a while, so I've managed to chop it small because those florets are pretty big. So I'm going to add some of that in and see how much I want, because I want to add some broccoli in there as well, or I might change my mind. I've decided I'm not going to put broccoli in there this time. I'm going to make a cauli broccoli cheese later, so I'll use the broccoli in that. I'm going to add spinach now. Again, it's frozen. That's going to take a while to start cooking properly, but that's fine. The time is about 1:10 and dinner's not until about 8. That should do it. And then I can add more if I want to later. Got to leave space for the coriander, which will go in right at the end, if I remember. Of course I'll remember. Okay, so I'm going to just stir that through and then cover it and leave it and forget about it. Okay, so I've added the coriander. My guests are here. You might hear their voices in the background. So I'm going to mix it up, serve it out, and see what happens. This is Zoe's an old student of mine. What do you think of my food? And this is Charlie over there, her partner.
Really, really good.
No, be honest,
No,
though.
it was really, really good.
Okay, so did you eat, and I actually allowed them to have rice, other than just the Thai red peanut curry. So what about the protein in it, the chicken, the pretend chicken? What do you think of that? Actually, Mike, you're very fussy about the pretend chicken. You didn't like the what the cluck. This is the other thing. What do you think of that?
It tasted remotely of chicken.
Excellent, great.
And the texture was almost like chicken.
Excellent, great. So
I knew it wasn't chicken.
You knew it wasn't chicken?
No.
Okay, of course it's not chicken. They're obviously incredibly into fitness and health and sport and carbs. I did let them have rice.
The rice was great, yeah.
What do you think of the protein substitute though? Could you tell it was a substitute? Or
Yes.
you could, okay.
Yeah, you could tell
Yeah,
it
it
wasn't
was
chicken,
still
but it
good.
was nice.
Yeah,
like,
it's fine.
So tell me about that protein, because that's really important. So it was pretend chicken, but you could tell that it wasn't chicken. So tell me
Yeah.
what it was like.
like it didn't have like much taste, but the texture was similar to chicken, which kind of made it okay.
Yeah.
Good.
But the rice was great.
Good energy source.
But we do love carbs. So.
Yeah.
And actually, Mike, you've taken a third dish of my keto vegan food. Are you
It
actually
was only a small one.
saying that you could cope?
Wasn't it?
You could cope with my cooking.
I just went back to rice.
Okay.
It was very nice. I enjoyed it. I went back for thirds.
Okay. Tell me a good critique.
But that was acceptable.
God, you.
It was acceptable. It wasn't as good as KFC, but it was acceptable.
I thought it was better than KFC.